Hi there again everyone, Josie here, live at 50 and Beyond. Thanks for joining me here in my channel where you will find mostly affordable, practical, and easy DIYs. Today I have another collection for fall decor and it's in a farmhouse style. But first I want to show you the collection from the last time that I have uploaded a fall home decor, and I want to link it up here in the upper right hand corner so that you can watch them as well in case you missed them. And here are those projects that I have incorporated in that collection, and they're mostly thrift store finds as well as dollar store finds. That includes a Target Dollar Spot, Dollar Tree, 99 cents only store, because it's very inexpensive. You don't have to really spend so much in order to decorate your home for fall or for any time of the year. Now anyway, before I show you another collection from previous fall that I am combining together here on this video, I'd like to also present to you this microwave stand that I'm using here. This is in collaboration with Vanspace. I did receive this product for free and I love it. There are two styles. There's a wooden finish that I'm using right now, and also there is a black finish, and I think the black finish is also a popular choice. I just chose this wooden style because this really goes or echoes the design in my home. It matches my dining table, and I'm going to put an insert on the photo of this while it's not decorated so that you can appreciate it also as a full standing shelf. And like I said, it's a microwave stand, but you can actually use it to display your home decor like what I'm doing here, or you can even use it like a entry catch-all. You can also use it as a craft station. You can put your Cricut or whatever machine you have, or maybe even your sewing machine. But I love using it for my home decor, as you could see here also on the succeeding photos that I am showing you. I love the finish on this. And if you're interested, I am going to be linking it in the description box below, the link to the product itself, and you can avail of the discount as well, and I'm going to be linking it below. I like that it is sturdy. It's made of also laminate wood as well as some steel or iron, and I really love it. If you're doing farmhouse in your home, this works out well. Now on to the DIY fall home decor collection. For the first DIY, I will be using these ceramic plates that I got at Walmart, but you can also get something similar at Dollar Tree for $1 each. Here I'm just using alcohol to clean up the plates. I'm also going to be cleaning up the vase as well as the glass candlestick. Doing so will make them adhere together better when I use my hot glue or FixAll or E6000 glue. Then I am going to be painting my vase using this chalk paint, and I'll just be applying a couple of coats on the bud vase as well as this candlestick. And then I am going to be cleaning up anything that oozes out on the edges or the bottom part where I am going to be applying my glue. I'll do this on the candlestick as well as the bud vase. The reason why is because if I leave the paint there, they will tend to also peel off. So if I apply glue there, then they will be disconnected. So here you see that I am also applying FixAll, which is similar to E6000, and then I combine it with hot glue for a more stable connection. I am going to be wrapping some twines around those connections so that I will have a better finished look. So it will cover up any imperfections caused by probably the ooze out paint or an excess glue. And also it will give it a more farmhouse look. And that should finish it up. I will be propping it up later with some decorations. Next, I am going to be creating a faux pitcher, and I'll be using the glass carafe that I got at 99 cents only store, and I will be using this vinyl placemat for the handle. I'm just going to be cutting a strip, and then I'm just cutting a couple of pieces, probably a ½ inch wide each, and then around probably a couple of inches long each, and I will use them as my handles for my faux milk jug. So I am also applying hot glue to connect my handles. I painted the handles or the vinyl strips on the top or the decorated part, and then the neutral or the cream colored bottom, that's the one that I connected or hot glued to the sides of my carafe. And then I just painted the carafe or the glass with the same chalk paint, approximately 2 coats of paint. I am using this black acrylic paint to highlight the words farm fresh and also add a little bit of distress paint technique onto the carafe itself. So I'll just be using this small artist paint brush, and I will just dab it dry, like a dry brush technique. So even this chicken here, and then also the circle and anything that I need to highlight, I will be just using the black paint. And then I will be dry brushing my white or cream colored chalk paint over anything that may be too dark or too black. I'm also adding a couple of dots on each side of the handle of my carafe, just so it may look like it's been hammered on. Since this is supposed to be a faux pitcher or milk jug made of a can instead of glass. Then I'm still going to be applying some black paint in different places so that it will look like it's been distressed over time, like a weathered look. And here's the finished project. I love how this milk jug turned out, and I'm just going to be putting this faux succulent plants that I also got at Dollar Tree. It's $1 a bunch. And then as you can see, next to this faux milk jug is my 3-tier ceramic tray, and I have just decorated it with some decorations from Dollar Tree using the pumpkins as well as the faux greenery, as well as this wooden pumpkin sign that says "Gather with Grateful Hearts." And I am so glad that it has enough clearance to hold that so that it's not hampered. And it really gives a very neutral look. And that Welcome Friends pumpkin sign is from last year's fall decor from Dollar Tree. I really liked how these two turned out. Next, I will be transforming these 3 faux pumpkins. For the first pumpkin, I will be applying or using a paper mache technique. I will be covering it with crumpled brown paper. It's actually a packaging paper, and this is what I also use to line my table to protect it whenever I'm painting, but I'm just using the brown paper also without the paint, of course, and I'm just crumpling it so that it will have texture. So it is a good material when you are trying to give something a rustic or a more farmhouse look. So I am just applying Mod Podge to connect it or to attach it to my faux pumpkin. As you can see, I'm tearing some portions of my brown paper and I am just applying them on different areas of my pumpkin using Mod Podge. After allowing it to dry for about 10 to 15 minutes, this is what it looks like. As you know, Mod Podge dries clear. Next, I will be cutting some wooden dowel rods that I also got at Dollar Tree. I think they come a dozen for $1 or maybe 10 pieces. And they are 6 inches long. So what I'm doing is I'm just cutting each one in half. And then I am just going to connect them all together. So I used 3 wooden dowel rods. So I ended up with 6 halves. And then I'm just connecting them together. I use just my Dollar Tree scissors to cut them, but you can also use any type of sharp cutter. Using this acrylic nutmeg brown by Apple Barrel that I got at Walmart, I am just going to be painting this with that using my artist paint. And then I just punctured a hole on the top where I'm going to be putting my stem. As you can see, I'm just using a pencil here because this is made of foam. It's so easy to puncture a hole with it. Or you can use a tip of a pair of scissors or a knife. So I'm just inserting my stem through the hole. Actually, if you do have cinnamon sticks, you can use that instead of getting some dowel rods. Probably it's even less expensive. And then I use some faux leaves from Dollar Tree and I tied up some twines so that I can embellish the top, and then it'll give it a more probably rustic look. Now for the second pumpkin, I'm just showing you here that I am just painting it. This is how I paint my pumpkins, using brush, and then I'm using a tip of a pencil to hold it so that I will not be kind of messing my fingers too much. So this is what it looks like after I painted it with a couple of paints. And then I'm going to be using this leftover from my previous projects. These are the mop strings from a Dollar Tree mop. And I created some organizers using the handles of the mop. And I will be inserting in the upper right hand corner the link or the iCard to that DIY. So I'm just going to be covering this pumpkin with this mop strings. And I'm starting from the top. I'm applying them 2 at a time and using my hot glue again. Then I am just trimming the excess mop strings to give it a more clean appearance. For the stem, I am going to be using the bottom part of this hop bush. You can actually use any bottom part of any faux or silk flowers that you can get at Dollar Tree. So I didn't want to waste it because when I remove those branches, I often have a leftover bottom part, the thicker part. So here I'm just going to be using it as my stem. But since it is too thin, I am covering it with some nautical rope to make it thicker. And I'm just trimming it with my scissors from Dollar Tree. It's really so sharp that, it can cut through anything. So I'm just going to be inserting it on the top. As you can see, I left a portion there about half an inch so that it'll be easier for me to get through the hole. And I'm using again the tip of my pencil to create that hole. And then I'm just going to be hot gluing this portion here of my stem, and then I'm just going to be inserting it. Now, I don't want it standing upright like this or straight, so I'm just going to bend it a little. I will be using the dull portion of my scissors, the top, and then I am just going to be bending it this way. And then after bending it, I will be embellishing it with some faux greenery, starting with these leaves, and then this silk flower in fall theme. I love how it turned out. Now for the third pumpkin, I am going to be creating a nautical themed pumpkin. So I am just going to be using nautical rope that they sell at Dollar Tree. So I started off by painting 2 coats of paint on the pumpkin, and then I'm just going to be sticking this nautical ropes in different areas. But first, on this demarcation here, where you see there's a line where they connect 2 halves of the foam pumpkins. So I'm going to cover that first because that will be my starting point. And then I will be adding several strips of ropes on different locations. So it will not be fully covered with rope. I am just going to be placing them in different areas as long as I have even spaces. I'm using hot glue to attach the rope to the pumpkin, just like I've done with the mop strings earlier. And the same manner, I am not going to be applying hot glue all around because I don't want to waste my glue sticks. So I'm just placing them at random areas where I think they need more reinforcement. This is to save my material. So just a tip for you there. So again, I'm just not gonna cover all over the pumpkin, just in different locations as long as they are evenly spaced. So I only used 12 pieces of rope here, around probably 12 inches long, or the length of the circumference of the pumpkin. And it created a total of 8 demarcations or ridges. Now for the stem, I will be using this wooden dowels again from Dollar Tree. I'll be cutting them in half again, but this time instead of 6 pieces or 3 dowel rods, I'll be using 2 dowel rods with just 4 sticks. Then I am just going to be hot gluing them together, and then I am going to be wrapping around these sticks some twine that I also got at Dollar Tree. I'm really loving this coastal look. So if you have a coastal farmhouse, this will be perfect for fall that you can add for your home decor. So I'm just going to be using this piece of burlap. I actually saved it. It used to have some, I think, faux lavender that I got at Dollar Tree, and it came with that, like it was used as a planter or vase. So I just cut out some pieces here in the shape of leaves, so that will be my coastal pumpkin leaf in a form of a burlap. And I'm just going to be hot gluing it in place. So I'm just going to be creating two pieces, and then I'm just going to be adding this raffia also from that same leftover piece that I saved. So nothing is wasted here. I'm just reusing or utilizing things that some people probably will just throw away, but I figured I can use it for some projects. And here's the finished pumpkin. I really love it a lot. Let me know in the comment section down below which one of the three pumpkins is your favorite. I think I love this the most. Now, to display these three pumpkins together, I am just going to be creating a faux pumpkin patch themed tray. So this is nothing fancy. I'm just using this brown plastic basket or tray that they sell at Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to be painting it with some white paint. And the reason why I'm doing so is just to give it a more cohesive look, since I'm going for neutral on this collection here. So I'm just doing a dry brush technique again. I am not going to be painting all over with just maybe a coat of paint would do. And I'm purposely leaving some of the, the basket weave design there. Some of them I'm keeping them brown just to give more depth and texture. And then I'm also painting a little bit inside. Actually, this wasn't necessary, to be honest. I just decided to do that, but it's important to paint at least the portions or the sides that will show up. Now I'm using this wooden sign here, and I'm going to be cutting the bottom, which says pumpkin patch. You can use a box cutter or X-Acto knife and then just cut it. And you can just remove it easily, like so. And then I am just going to be hot gluing it at the front of this basket tray. And that should finish this off. Voila! Now I'm just going to be adding my three pumpkins and maybe add some more ceramic pumpkins from Dollar Tree, and of course those fall greenery that they also sell at Dollar Tree. I love how this turned out. It's just a simple home decor that you can use as a centerpiece, whether on your nightstand or your dining table. So I hope you enjoyed this video, everyone. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And feel free to share it with your friends and loved ones who are trying to think of budget-friendly ideas for home decor this coming fall. And I hope you enjoyed this kind of streamlined compilation of last year's DIY. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe, and don't forget to click that notification bell icon so that you will not miss any of my new uploads. Don't forget to also leave some comments down below. I enjoy reading them, and I would love to also correspond with you via the comments section. Have a great day, everyone. Talk to you again on my next video. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye!